Hello everyone and good morning. Today I am going to present about my final year project, which is development of web online system for outcome-based education. My name is Muhammad, and before I start, I would like to thank my supervisor, Dr. Ruhila Ashaq, and our coordinator, Mr. Tachana, and my examiner, Dr. Fatima. Without further ado, let's start with the content table. First, I will introduce my project, and then I will give overview and reminding about the workflow and the objectives. And then I will show a demo. And the end, I will discuss a little bit about my current stage and future improvements, as well as the conclusion. So the outcome-based education system is designed for academic institution, and it is for a university that use a traditional method such as the Excel sheets. And as we can see, the workflow is the user will start with logging with the correct email and password. After success login, they will fill up the course information, which we will see now in the demo shortly. And if the condition is true, then they will have to fill up the assessment information, such as the test, assignment, final exam, and their full mark, as well as their weightage. And then they will link that to associated CLOs, and the system will make sure that the total weightage of the assessments is 100%, not less, not more. And after that, the lecturer will fill up the student information, and they will after filling up the student information, and they will enter their the student marks. They will enter that, and then they can generate the student grades report, CLOs analyzing the report, as well as the BLOs, and they can print that by downloading them, and they also can share them. So the objective was to set up a secure platform and server environment that decrease the scope of the human error, because as we know, the tradition way where the lecturer need to fill up the student data manually, it might have some issues. So by having a system that you can, most of the process you just need to click. So then it will decrease the scope of the human error as much as possible. Also, to develop an online system that is systematic and reliable. So by that, we can make a proper tool that saves the lecturer time and effort rather than filling up the same data again and again every semester. So this is the demo of the website. The index page, I am actually working on the design a little bit more. So here we have the logo that I have designed and the title of the system, and then the project, and then also the benefit of the project, and about over a small brief of the overview of the system. So the system, the lecturer can log into this page, and they can enter their emails as well as the password. So once they sign in, they will have this page, which is the dashboard, which will shows the courses that they have. So currently, for this lecturer account, I haven't added any course, just to show you the progress, how it will goes. And then I will have these tabs and pages on the sidebar menu on the left side. So this is the logout, this is the reset password, and this is the reports. So since I haven't create any course or generate any report, so it will be empty. So, and then here is the request. So the request idea is basically, if I click on my request, it will shows that there is no request. You need to create a request. So if I click create request, the other lecturer account that I have already and set up some courses with is the Dr. Ahmed Anwar, and then I can search for the course, which course I need to request for, and then I can post the request, which is the message. So the idea for this was to, if like, for example, let's say the lecturer is leaving in the middle of the semester, and for some reason, like medical reason or any kind of reason, so there will be another lecturer who will handle the subject over. So for this system, they need to request to have the subject instead of the existing lecturer. And then here we have the dashboard, which is the page that the first page the lecturer will see, and then the managed student, where the lecturer need to create a student. So if I click, I will have here add a new student. I will fill up some student information in shortly, and then the courses that which courses the progress have completed. So, for example, which course the lecturer have chosen already and fill up the information already, and which one he has choose or she has choose, but not finished yet. So if we go back to the dashboard, let me add a new course. So for this one, the school is engineering and computing, just for now. And then the department, I can choose between these two that I have designed so far. Let's choose for computer engineering and computer science. And program, let's go for computer science. So if I choose, like, I can also search which subject I want. So let's choose, for example, software engineering, and I can save the course information. So as we can see here, because this subject is only theory, doesn't have lab, it is also common between the computer science and computer engineering program. So if I click here, it will direct me to the information of computer science program. And why I separate them, because when I want to map, for computer science, we will have only 9 BLOs and 8 CLOs. And for computer engineering, it is also 8 CLOs maximum, but it is 12 BLOs because the structure course is different because it is 4 years program. So if, let's say, like the lecturer have something urgent or something, so they just stop at this point and they just log out. So when they come back, they will see these are the unfinished or uncompleted courses, and the percentage is like 50. And this is for the computer science, and this is for the computer engineering associated with their course code. So if I click on the sidebar menu with the courses, and I can see the completed, if I click, it doesn't show anything because I haven't completed any course yet. And if I go to uncompleted courses, it will show these two. So let's, for example, click on the software engineering for computer science. So let's say I choose BLO 1 with CLO 1, and I just put some description. I can type anything, and then I can save that. But let's do this, and then let's, for example, choose BLO 3 with maybe CLO 5, and choose another description, and then maybe BLO 9. It is up to the lecturer and maybe the, like, how it is the supposed to be, but I'm just showing for an example. And then in this page, which is the assessment page, I will see 2 tabs, which is one, the course plan. So this is only for the computer science side. Here is the mapping, CLOs and BLOs. Every record have 1-to-1 only. And then the assessment to CLO mapping. Here I will have to add assignments. So I will just, I can add the assignment, quiz, test 1, test 2, mini project, final exam. I didn't include the labs yet because the initial goal was just for theory subject only. So if I choose final exam, I can whether say like final exam question 1, or maybe I can choose only question 1. And then I give it maybe, for example, 25 marks and the weightage is 10. And that question 1 from the final exam is associated to CLO 1, or maybe CLO 5, or maybe I have more CLOs to link. So I will just go, for example, CLO 1. So I have this, and then I will add maybe also final exam, question 2. And then it is maybe 25 mark, and then it is maybe 15 mark with CLO 5. So here I have some validation. So for final exam, the weightage cannot be more than 50 in total. So if in question 1 I have 10 mark, and if I said it is like 50, and then I save the assignment, it will show me a message that total weightage of the coursework and final exam assessment must be only 50% each. So that means since I have 10 weightage here, I have only 40% left for the final exam. So I can maybe put a 15. And for the full mark, it is up to the lecturer how it will say, but let's say 25 also. And then the CLO, maybe it is CLO 5. So I have now 25. Maybe my final exam only have 3 questions. So I will say that weightage left is 25 and the full mark is maybe 50. And that is associated to CLO 7. So that is for the final exam. Now I can maybe add test 1, and the test 1 will have 15 weightage and full mark 100. And the assessment, I can leave it empty, or I can say like test 1, question 1. Maybe I want to split, so I can maybe give the test 1, question 1, maybe 7 mark or 7.5 or maybe 8. So it does depends on how the distributed marks is. So I will just go with 15. And I will go with test 1 only. So I link test 1 to CLO 1, and then I can go with same thing with test 2, and then it is for CLO 5. And then I can see the total weightage here is 80, and the total weightage here is also 80 for the BLMs. So I need 20 left. Maybe I can give it assignment, or I can distribute it for quizzes, or maybe mini project. So let's example choose assignment 1 and then give it 10%, and then associate to 0.5, and then maybe choose a quiz, and that quiz give it maybe 50 mark and then 5%. So I need another quiz. So for quiz, I need maybe quiz 2. And then in the full mark, I can give it maybe 50, also the weightage 5. So as we can see here, we will have a small message that you have successfully already filled up the assessment information, and now you can proceed. You can proceed from here, from this button, or from this button. It is both the same. So here where we want to create the student, or we select the student. So it depends. If I have already created the student from the manage student page, when I can come to select a student, I will just see their IDs and I will select them. If I have not done that yet, I will just go to add a new student and maybe create any ID, and then maybe my name. And then I can choose the gender and then the email. Also for the email, I have some validation. So maybe if I didn't put a Gmail, so let's try. Maybe I put this, then I put 5, and then when I save student, it will show me invalid email address. So everything with the validation, but I just want to follow the time. So this error I will have, but I'm working to fix it. Actually, but for the student that I just created just now, when I select, it will shows the data here. So that error just maybe directing back to the page that I was at. So I am working on fixing that. So let's save the student and information, and here I will have in gray color the cells that I haven't entered yet. So let's very quickly enter the student marks. And also if I maybe, let's say for final exam, only I want to enter this, or maybe I want to enter test one only. Maybe test two and assignment and quiz not done yet. So maybe he got 80 from 100. So I can generate report after that. Like it doesn't need to be the full cell, the all cells being entered already. So I can just enter the current marks, and then I can generate report. So for this one, because I only have the test one and the question one from final exam, so for sure, absolutely, he is failing. So here is the total course weightage, and here is the grand total weightage. So here are, if I want to go back and go between the pages, and here if I want to download the report, and here are the grades. Here is the CLOs, and here is the BLOs. So this is the CLO report, and here is the BLO report. So let me go back and enter the marks correctly this time. So 20 from here and maybe 40 from here. Let's say anything. And then 144, and then here 39. So if I go generate, so I will have one student who got A grade, and the point converted to 4.0. So it will be depends on the grade. So maybe it is A minus, so it will be 3.66 or 67, something like that. And then, okay, maybe we can try this. Let's see. Maybe it is 20. Yeah, so no, just still a maybe here also. I can vote maybe 96. Yeah, so yeah, 3.67. So this is the A minus. So we will have one student who has A minus. So this page shows the course information. This one, the statistics table, shows the total mark, the average mark, because I have one student only, so it will be almost similar. And then here in this table, we will have the total student and the percentage of passing and the percentage of failing. So if I switch the account to the another account that I already created. Okay, so for this account, I switched the account to Dr. Anwar account. This is just for example, and this is only default data. So if I go to my dashboard, I will see this subject. I can delete the subject. Maybe I choose wrongly or something. So if I want to continue, I can go to the course code. Since I have completed the subject, when I click on the course code, it will direct me to the report pages. So here I have actual data, and I have 11 students. So as we can see, so from here, we'll have the total mark and the assignment for the 11 students total is 152. The average mark is 13 from 20, and so on and so forth for the others assessments. Mini project, since I don't have, it is 0. And this table will shows the student IDs, student names, assessment in the weightage, and as well as the grand total weightage. And here we have the grade converted also to the points, and the status. The status, if it is like pass, repeat, or receive. So for this chart, it will replicate or represent the table analysis result. So if I have one student who has A+, it will shows here A+ is only 1. So from this chart, we can see we have 3 students who got B grade, 2 students who got A-, and 1 for the others grade. Total student is 11, the pass percentage is 91, and the fail percentage is 9. So if we go to the other tab, which is the CLO, here we will see the CLOs and class average. So if I hover on this bar, I will see 72% is the average. So if we can see this table basically is the data of this chart. So the class average from CLO1 is 70%, and the student who score more than 50 72. Here, the lecturer can edit maybe the previous semester data. Maybe they want to compare or they want to analyze more data compared to the last semester with the current semester. They can do that also as well. And the comment, I can just enter anything, comment, maybe for test. So with that, I will see here the comment. And then here in this table, the CLO attainments, the marks, and the percentage, the weightage. So since the like 10 from 10 is 100, 35 from 10 is 35 from 100. So everything below 49 is fail or red, and anything from 50 and above is pass. For the BLOs, it is also having the same thing, the class average, who pass the attainment of the BLOs, how many students score more than 50. And because I have only linked to these 4 BLOs, maybe they can we can link to other BLOs, and we will also see that. Also here I have this table. Structure is a little bit different. The weightage is below the full mark, and that is because the table was very wide, and when I want to print it, it cut the last half of the table. So I will just I forgot to add here the percentage, so that we can know that this is the mark and this is the percentage weightage for the BLO attainment for each student. And here is for the all students. And this chart will shows that whatever in the table in a better version, in a better picture. Also, I can download. So if I download, it will be here. So for now, I am having the issue where I can only view the header. Before I was downloading, and I have not seen any issues. This is an example where I downloaded. This is the old table structure, and I'm working on to solve, maybe because that one I tried from a different browser to download. So I'm working on that to see what is the issue with viewing the report downloading file. So this is for the demo so far. So I can go back to the index page by pressing here on the index page. Also, I have bought a DNS domain name for the website, because I'm going to upload the website on the live server using Heroku hosting plan website. So this is for managing a student. So here I can view my all student, and also I can search them by the ID. So for example, let's take this student ID, and if I search for it, and then I can see the student and what current courses they are having and the other information. So that is basically for the demo. We will go back to the slides. So I am almost completing my project, but I'm not yet there. I still have some styling to improve and some errors to fix. That is basically the most thing that I have to do. And the current stage that now I have almost finished designing the project and successfully implementing the pages, the website pages. So now the last step, after I edit the style a little bit and fix the bugs, the last stage is to upload the website on the live server and create a code, so that whenever anyone scan the code, they will direct them to the website. So that's all for me. Thank you very much for your time and for listening.